It doesn't mean they cause the fire, but firemen are also associated with a fire. You get the idea. Cholesterol acts like firemen. It's always the first one to be there because cholesterol, which I haven't told you, another great thing about cholesterol is that it's like a Band-Aid. It's an antioxidant. It goes after free radicals. So when you have a nicking in the artery, it actually goes there to try to lay down. But of course, if you're forming damage after damage, Band-Aid over Band-Aid after Band-Aid, and you never have any time to take those Band-Aids off or heal them, you're going to get a blockage. But it's not the cholesterol, it's the amount of inflammation. That's why some of the drugs that they used to do, like the statin drugs that they used to make, that they used to give for people that they thought were working because they lowered cholesterol, they now realize they're working or worked at all because they were lowering down inflammation. In other words, they didn't actually know the drug was doing that. So what happens? Let's see. Let's just overview. Basically, with inflammation, you're just an overactive immune response to too much damage without any repair. So you're just wearing down and tearing down the cells. And then also you may cause, because if you make inflammation, you make your cells divide so quick, you end up causing some mutation on those cells. So anything you can do to lower down inflammation. Fish oil, for instance, essential fatty acids lower down inflammation. Vitamin C lowers down inflammation. Vitamin E lowers down inflammation. Exercise lowers down inflammation. Yoga lowers down inflammation. Thyroid lowers down inflammation. In fact, low thyroid will give you, especially in males, up to a 2.5 risk of getting a heart attack. Smoking doesn't even cause that much of a risk. High blood pressure doesn't even cause that much of a risk. So low thyroid causes a higher risk of getting a heart attack than does smoking or actually even blood pressure. Free radicals, some of the sources. Physical and emotional stress, it's right up there. If I had a person that was working out and they were exercising, but they were very stressed and unhappy, they would have a certain amount of health. If I had a person that was healthy and maybe just wasn't working out that much and maybe not eating that well, and they had a certain much of health, who do you think really would be healthier? See, a lot of people would say the person who works out and eats better, but no. I've seen it too many times where I have people that work out, do everything right, but they're sick and sick and sick because their emotional state is actually not seen. It's always easier for us to aim at our bodies because our bodies are always thinking, well, that's the easy part to fix, when in fact, the more difficult one is the inside part. Emotional stress kills us far faster than the exercise. That's the biggest one I've seen that. That's my whole practice, 15 years, what I've learned to be true, and this took me a lot because my background is biochemistry, and for me to just think it was a lot to do with what a person, how that person thought and how they reacted, because if a person's happy,